Hi guys. Boom. I am back. Let me actually share this really quick. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi. I'm so excited. How do you create and why would you create a poll on a live? That's actually pretty cool. I'm not sure why I would use it, but hold on guys. I'm going to share on my business page. Share to a page. Hi, thanks for joining. I'm just sharing this on my business page. Hi, thanks for the likes. Likes. Okay, awesome. Guys, good morning. Happy Thursday. Calling this a coffee chat because I love my coffee. I'm drinking it right now. Yum, yum, yum. I will be doing a reading tomorrow, so definitely look out for that. And hi, guys. Thanks for joining. And today I want to talk about something that's super relevant, especially if you guys follow me, you know I'm a huge, I support a ton of empaths on their journeys. So sorry, just making sure everything is good. Okay. All right. So, hi guys. Hey, Mark. Nice to see you. Nice to see you again. Awesome. Thanks for joining. All right. All shared and all good to go. Okay, guys. Hi. Welcome. My name is Justine Leslie. If you don't know who I am, I'm an intuitive coach and spiritual teacher. What I do is I help people become emotionally free and move forward with clarity, mostly using intuition and spiritual wisdom and knowledge. I do a lot of empathic support. I'm an empath. That's somebody that absorbs energy very deeply. So to become emotionally free could be a challenge. So I work with that. I do crystal healing and intuitive readings, as well as I will be on live tomorrow to do a live reading for the day. So definitely catch me there. Usually, I would say like a little earlier than this time. So, all right, guys, I want to jump into today's topic. I haven't done a teaching in a while, and I wanted to talk about mostly. Sorry, guys. Let me just put that on Do Not Disturb really quickly. All right. Well, it's not freaking working right now. Okay. Sorry if I get any other interruptions. Okay, let me just jump right into it, guys. I wanted to talk today about how to get back down from the clouds and see reality for what it really is. And I'm especially talking to you, empaths, because if this doesn't resonate with you, you're probably not somewhere on the empathic spectrum. But what I'm talking about is this. So, as an empath, we have a very, very rich inner life, right? Which means that we're really in our heads. And when I say we're in our heads, I don't mean that we're really using that left brain, right? We're really daydreaming or fantasizing or whatever you want to call it. We're actually not present. It's very, very hard for empaths to be present and see reality for what it really is. Now, let's define reality because I talk about reality a lot, right? In my spiritual teachings, basically reality, anything that's not love, right? I teach from A Course in Miracles, right? And that's really the basis of what I mean by spirituality teachings, and some Buddhist teachings as well. But A Course in Miracles is basically the foundation for spirituality, and saying the ultimate universal law is love and fear are complete polar opposites, right? So basically anything that isn't love is actually not real. It's actually false, right? So that's actually considered a false reality. Now, what I'm talking about reality here is the reality of what's right in front of us. And that means what I can touch, what I can see, that kind of thing, that type of reality. So let's just be clear on what I'm talking about. So do you guys understand the difference between what ultimate reality is and what's right in front of us? Hopefully you do, and you can kind of understand what this teaching is about. And hopefully we understand the in the clouds thing, right? Because how many times, guys, if there's any empaths on and that can resonate with this, people tell us, get out from, get out of your head or stop overanalyzing. That's like a big thing, right? And, be present. And that's really, really tough for us. So when we do this, why is it a quote unquote, something that we have to heal ourselves for? Or I don't want to say it's a bad thing, because it's really not. It's actually a gift, that we're able to be so innovative and creative. That's where all of that comes from. So that's really, really important for us to have. And it's really, really special that we get to do that. It makes us very, very rich. We're big believers, we're big innovators, creatives, that kind of thing. So it's really, really important to have that. But then sometimes it really can create a emotional discourse in our life, and it's really, really difficult to deal with what's right in front of us, because we are so out there, that we are not facing what is actually happening, instead of, for example, somebody's potential, right? That's really, really common for somebody that's an empath and they're in the clouds and they really see everybody's potential and believe they're really in the good in people, which I said earlier, oh my gosh, guys, it is so important that you're like that. It is so beautiful that you're like that. The world needs more dreamers. I'm telling you, they do. However, I'm going to teach you some things and talk about ways that we can kind of get back grounded into our bodies, right? Because most of the time when we're daydreaming, we're not actually conscious that we're in our body, in our human body, right? And if you're an empath, you understand what that means. That means that sometimes you feel like you're not exactly human, right? And I've talked about this before. It's not, it doesn't make you weird. It's just a thing, right? It's just what reality is, right? When you're an empath. So let me just jump into it. I made some notes here, guys, for this. So these are ways in which that we can get back down from the clouds and really see reality for what it is. Okay. Number one, and I usually say this for everything, meditation, guys. If you're an empath, meditate. It will change your life. It does so many things, including give someone more patience. I know for me, if I've skipped a meditation session, I know. And it's very obvious in the way that I react to things. So, I mean, it's so good for that. It's so good for a deeper connection with spirit, God, universe, whatever you want to call it. And it's also good for getting present, right? Because you know what they say about meditation? I constantly have people telling me, um, I can't meditate. All meditation really is a conscious breath in and out. If you're conscious of your breath, you're meditating. And that's the whole point, is that we're shifting our focus to something that's happening in our body. And that's what's really getting us in our body, right? And that's actually bringing us down into reality. I'm a human. This is what's happening. This is right in front of me, etc., etc. So meditating can really get us down from that cloud and really, really help us stay present. Awesome. I cannot say enough good things about meditating. Okay, number two. This one is good. This one is choose love, but understand what love is. So, what do I mean by this? I think a lot of the time, guys, I need to take a sip of coffee. Okay. Okay. Know what love is. Now, what do I mean by this? Many, many times I see people believing that love is, for example, conditional. So that means that if this person does this, that means that they love me. Or I see people thinking that love is codependency, and people think, if I do this correctly or I make them happy, they'll love me, right? So that's codependency. But love isn't either. Love is the most, like I recently mentioned, is the most beautiful thing on this earth, and the only thing that's actually permanent and real. Don't ever forget that, guys. And it's important to actually know what it is. And it is unconditional, but that also doesn't mean abuse, guys. Love is not abuse. So that is something that is super important to know as well, what it's not, okay? But it is It is unconditional. It is boundaries. Love is boundaries. Boundaries is the healthiest thing you can ever do for yourself and the other person. I promise you, and I'll go into that a little bit. And love is love can be from afar, and oftentimes it is. And what I mean by that is love happens here, right? First of all, it's not something we seek. Okay, that's number one. It is something we already have. There is nothing outside of you that could make you any happier. I do believe in words like bliss, which I believe is ultimate peace, ultimate emotional freedom, and ultimate happiness from the way that you're living your life in an aligned path. But I do believe that love is, and this is one of the ultimate teachings, is within. You cannot get it from another person. With anybody, hopefully it is. Give me some likes and hearts if it is. If you have any questions, just throw them in the comments. So basically what I'm saying is, if we really made a choice, and by the way, guys, everything is a choice. If we make a choice to choose love, and that means, like I just said, and let you guys know what it really, really is, not the false love that we think it is, what it is in reality, right? And that's a different kind of reality. We can love people from afar, love people with boundaries, that kind of thing. So when we are up in the clouds and thinking love is the wonderful, greatest thing in the whole entire world, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to be there for the person regardless of whether it hurts me or not, or this person is treating me this way, but I see their potential. We have to remember what love actually is, right? Does that make sense to you guys? That means, we have to see the reality of the situation, is that what love is boundaries. It's unconditional. It can be distance for sure, because it happens here. So it's an example of somebody passes away. Where does that love go? It doesn't go, because the person's not in physical form, and you can't express it to them or do anything with them with their physical body. It doesn't mean that you love them any less, right? It's unconditional, including form, right? So yeah, so basically knowing what love is can really, really get you back down into your body and realizing, okay, these are human beings, where I'm dealing with human beings with all kinds of types of neuroses, healing, things that they have to heal. And that's what I need to see the reality of the situation, is that if I need to love them in the way that needs to be done for me to flourish, or be emotionally free, for example, then I have to do that. And we have to understand, instead of being out there thinking, and that's like a big thing, like I see their potential, the reality for what it is how the person is acting right here, right now. And then you can choose love at any time that you want. Okay, so moving on to the third one. I need to drink more water. That's what I need. But this is coffee chat, not water chat. Guys, does this make sense to you? Hopefully it does. Hopefully. Okay, cool. So the third one is, and if you thought I was going to go through a a whole live without mentioning intuition, you just don't know me. Thanks for the like. Hi, Jason. Thanks for joining. So basically, the third one is not only knowing what love really is, this one is knowing the truth of the reality of the situation, right? And what is the truth? It's really listening to your intuition, listening to your feelings, and that inner knowing that we all have, right? And this is super, super important, because if we fantasize about something being a certain way, but intuitively we don't feel like it's aligned or true, it's not. Because did I say tuition? Intuition always beats out, like, intuition is real, basically, because it comes directly from source, you're actually channeling when you're listening to your intuition, which everybody has, by the way. We just choose not to listen or don't know how, etc., etc. If you work with me, we can figure that out together, by the way. It's super important to make aligned choices in life and see the reality of what the situation actually is. So intuition allows you to do that, to actually see what the reality is, because you will know that by how it feels, right? And that's what intuition is. Really, intuition is a series of feelings that are trying to communicate something to you. So, like, we don't have it for no reason. Like, we don't have gut feelings for no reason. So we need to listen to what our intuition is saying. And that is the reality of the situation, because intuition is real. It is the truth. It is, if you cannot doubt it, because it is real. It is the truth. So that's super, super important. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Just to recap, number one, meditate. Number two, choose love, but know what love really is. And three is listen to your intuition. And hopefully we can get back down. Guys, you can be a spiritual person. You can daydream. You can fantasize. You can be so innovative and creative. The best stuff is created in that space. That is an amazing gift that you have as an empath. I understand that. But sometimes it kind of gets us stuck. And that's kind of what this live is about, is that we need to free ourselves of the fantasy, of the potential, of the hope, right? I actually have done a live that was pretty controversial a while ago about saying how hope is not like the greatest thing in the world. It's actually, it creates a false reality, because we hold on so much to, oh my God, I need this so badly, that we're holding on so freaking tight. And what happens when that happens, right? When we attach so tightly, we end up chasing away the very thing that we want. So it's super important to understand that as well. Like, I believe hope is up there too. All could be really, really good things, right? Really, really good things. These are gifts. I'm telling you guys, they're amazing if they're used correctly. And it's really, really important for us to protect ourselves, our energy, be free, and really, really see things for what they really are. So, okay, guys. I hope this helped. And, I was talking to a friend earlier this week, and this really inspired the live, because we're both, in our heads all the time, in the clouds. And it's important to get into a little bit of the, your body, right? It's really good to visualize yourself in your body as well. And which, meditating is just one conscious breath in and out. And if we can do that, we can really get ourselves back there, right? Right, grounded, right? I think that's the word I'm looking for. You can get grounded, and once we're grounded, we're in reality, right? So hopefully this helped, guys. I will be on tomorrow reading cards. If you have any questions, just throw them in the comments. Guys, the last thing I mentioned about intuition, so important. I take one-on-one clients about, I'm an intuitive coach, as I said earlier, and I think it's super important to be making aligned choices in your life, especially if you're in a place of apathy, you don't know what your next move is, and you really want to make the next aligned steps. We should talk. So message me about that if you're interested. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Happy Thursday. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. Share if this really resonated with you, or you think somebody needs to see it. I will be back on tomorrow, but to read cards. So I'll see you then. Bye, guys.